Am I good?
You're good.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
You guys can't get rid of me. I'm back again today. I've got some time, so I'm continuing this question and answer. So I'm sorry you had to put up with me a little longer. I'm looking forward, Crystalline Ascension, for our conversation. Thank you. Namaste to you too, sweetheart. You're all good people. I really appreciate this. It's good to have just a world of good people. We'll all have joy and ecstasy from the love of each other, from each of our loves to each other. So thank you. This guy was asking me about Korean sea bass. Interesting name, bro. The difference between liquids and capsules. You know, I thought because there's so much malabsorption out there that liquids would be better. Some digestive problems and things, liquids would be better. Even though they're you know, it's like partly grain alcohol. This is pharmaceutical grain alcohol, which is 190 proof, and distilled water. But in that menstruum, I can give you 98% of that herb in every way. The oil solubles, the water solubles, I can give you that. And we have a 55-ton press, which is a phenomenal press. And we go about 30 days in distillation times. So in a clinical setting, that's the best you can achieve, really, and a 1-to-4 concentrate. So we started putting some capsules because I need to have raw herbs for the GI tract. Well, then I wanted the lymphatic one in capsules because I wanted to pull interstitial lymphatic constipation. How can I break in that wall? How can I get through that wall? So then I was using Blessed Herbs toxin absorber, but I like charcoal and some other things in there, and I like the formula from Schultz's, but I wanted my own. I wanted my own astringents. I wanted my own unique formula because I see things a little different than these guys. So then I came out with the GI broom, which I'm going to continue to perfect that and work with that. But then I put astringents and pullers and things in there, which seemed to be pretty strong. So this is what we needed to get into that wall. I need to just taper it down a little bit. It's a wild hog. So I need to slow it down a little bit. But it's good. I mean, it's pulling and drawing. But when you're blocked in the wall, the name of the game is get yourself open. Not moving your bowels, get you open, absorbing your nutrition. So then we have Lymph Node 2 in liquid, which is bloodroot, poke. I mean, these are strong herbs for pulling cancer. Black salve, which pulls tumors through your skin, is bloodroot. So then I wanted to create a liquid like that wasn't so strong as the salve. So I made one like that because we have excessive amount of tumors in people nowadays. And these break up tumors and help move the lymph more aggressively. Keep in mind the kidneys and adrenals, of course. Well, then I put it in capsule. And I think I mentioned this in a past video where people were heaving on the capsule. And I realized, the liquids weren't near as strong as the capsules. So it depends, it really depends. I like the kidneys in the liquids. I like a lot of things in the liquids and some things in the capsules. So about the protocol I'm telling you is what I like, to tell you the truth. But capsules are great. Liquids are great. I love them all. See, experiment on yourself and see what your body likes there, my friend. It says, what do you do when you find it hard to stay on a raw food diet? Yeah, you know what? That's why the parasitic herbs. That's why parasite M. You want to stay on that for a while and get the fungus down in the body, and of course deworm yourself because, a lot of people crave raw meat from worms and a lot of raw stuff that way. But The fungus, of course, is going to make you crave your pastas and your breads and your cheeses. And, ultimately just work on detoxification. If you have to go a little slower, okay. Try to do your fruits, berries, and melons all day long. And then at night, have your salad and maybe a little baked sweet potato, something warm or something if you want. If you have to cheat once a week or something, have a piece of dead fish on top of a salad or something. Okay, honey. But work with these parasitic herbs. I think you'll find it'll help you a lot there. And work through it the best you can. If you're not dying from anything, you've got time. If you don't, then you don't have time. If you're in with some serious issues, you just have to play with that. That's why I like your little symbol there, thoughtful twin. Play your get fungus. Most of us are full of fungus, just from the nature of grain eating and the nature of the adrenal glands and the sugar metabolism problems that we all face. And you'll see this questions in here kind of redundant from people in reference to their blood sugars and their blood pressures. And now that I'm showing you how all that's tied together, you guys are going to be like that. You're going to nail them right off. And the thing about you guys working with yourselves and working with the herbs is you're going to know. You're going to know what it is, and you're going to be able to help people. And when you're working with people in your own practices or helping your friends, you're going to know right off. And the more you know, the more authoritative you'll be because you know it. When I'm talking to someone that knows something, I know they know it. I know because they know it. You can tell by the way they're talking. They've had experience. They dove in. They wore the robe. They know it. It's like a mechanic with your car. You go to a mechanic, you got a noise in your engine, and the guy says, well, I don't know. I'll try to find that noise. Or you go to a guy that says, it's that, and that. I like that guy. And that's what you want, is people that tear it up and know the truth. And that's where you guys are going to be. You guys are getting good, and I really am proud of you guys. Let me see. This was a question a while back, honey, and I'm sorry I didn't get back with you sooner. I've had these all stuck together. But this one, she uses parsley and cilantro in some fruit juices. Even though you got the pulp out of there, maybe, unless you don't. I just don't mix my fruits and my vegetables, particularly my fruit, with more of your fibrous vegetables like your parsleys and cilantros and lettuces and your greens. Maybe if you mixed a cucumber, your veggie fruits, maybe you could do a little of that. But you're asking for fermentation in the body a little more gas and bloating maybe when you do that. And if you don't notice it, okay. Apple can just about go with anything, though, to be honest with you. So I really do try to separate my fruits and my green drinks, separately from that. I matter of fact, never mix them. I've never used greens in my fruit smoothies ever. I've always not even entertained that vibrational frequency thing. The sovereignty of the fruits and the ecstasy and the individuality is good to have, and then the vegetables have their individuality and their sovereignty. So I like that as opposed to mixing them like that. And I think you'll digest them better and everything. Of course, if you juice extract, then of course you are getting rid of most of the pulp. So I don't know. See how you think. Let me know. Oh yeah, the water full of love guy. You asked me about the Hep B vac. Oh man. It's interesting about that. Urine full of ammonia with the Hep B vac. These Hep B vacs are bad boys, man. I told you about that little 18-month-old. She was 18 months when I got her, but she had had a loaded Hep B vac when she was 4 months. Her left eye literally went east. And she went into constant convulsions, and they claimed she had liver failure, and it was and that was right after the Hep B vac. So I got it out of her, but you know what? They had to find me, and they had to go through this, and the expenses of doing this, and it's a good lesson, but we don't need to do those sort of things. Wow, you even got some partial paralysis out of this. Holy crap, man! That's sad. Sorry they had to go through that. You know what? This is what's going on out there. Think of the kids that did get paralysis out of that. I told you, you know, when they started vaccinating for polio went up 670 some percent. You ever have a chance, read that book, The Emerging Virus. And I can't remember his name, but good guy, good book. Really opens your eyes about the government and some things too. And this guy, this is about the HIV and Ebola virus particularly, but he gets into the Hep B vax and stuff. And, you know, a real eye-opener. Put a lot of time in making a book that thick. So, incredible book. It's like the, it's a Bo Greitz book on Call to Serve. Boy, what a book that is. Bo Greitz, I wish you were helping the people now. Colonel Bo Greitz, you're a good dude. I hope you're not stepping back too far. This is a question on post-traumatic stress syndrome. Oh, this is a sad case, isn't it? And I tell you what, I was in the Vietnam era, and tours were one tour. If you had strong cojones, so to speak, you'd take 2 tours, but you really didn't have to have any loved ones back home, and you really had to be strong. I mean, one of those biker guys to do 2 tours, you know. These guys are doing 3, 4. I was a guy who did 5 tours here the other day, and this is the kamikaze type of thinking. I mean, you're in a land of kamikazes, and it's hard to win this way because you don't know if the children, you don't know about the women, the elderly, you don't know who has it. They all look the same. Real difficult. Same in Nam. And so it was like difficult. And so the stress, and what about the radiation exposure? My God, there's so much to this yet that's not even told. The story, remember from the first Gulf War, Iraq had suffered massive exposure to radiation, and the babies were growing without ears and noses. And imagine now, and I mean from our own troops now. I mean, we've got some, oh my God, detox is going to be the only answer. So all I can tell you is that during detox, these images will work out. This person has to find his now and find his center and get strong with that self-awareness and overpower the mind and emotions with this. At the same time, those adrenals got to be shot. So you got to go into those adrenal glands and build those adrenal glands up. Yeah, you might have some detox emotional experiences, but got to get through that doorway, because I don't know of any other doorway. The glands got beat up with them, the adrenals in particular. Those are the stress glands. Those are where the emotions are housed. And really start cleaning that body out, and at the same time work on your spiritual side and get to that now, get to that center to where you're outside of your mind, outside of your emotions, and you'll pull free from that. Gosh, I feel for you, man. I just feel for these people. I mean, it's just it's a nightmare. What's going on there, guy? It's a nightmare. The poor kid gets gunshots all the time. I mean, I know. Let me tell you, any war is bad. You know, it's unbelievable. Most animals don't kill each other to that extent. I don't know. The human consciousness, a very immature consciousness, and you can see how the ego is accented and I'm better than you and all that kind of crap. I find the individuality of each of you a blessing. I love to go to India. I love to go to Portugal. I love individuality. It makes me happy and full of joy in life to see individuality. It's the same with God. No two things are the same in nature. I don't know. We need to spread the love, guys. And you guys are doing it. I'm really proud of you guys. So, West, I don't know. You know, have him get in there and clean his body out and really power up to the self and learn how to stop thinking and feeling. And I need to get to my spiritual videos. I know that. I apologize. I'm busy here, busy there, and putting this together. I'm putting together our new health club. It's called Dr. Morse's Herbal Health Club. There'll be no reason for anybody to think we're treating then. It will be obvious. Private sector, so we have some protection there from the insanity. It's like this kid that wrote me from Germany. He moved to Germany and he can't even get the herbs in Germany. Germany, what are you doing to your people? Why would you stop? Why would anything, and I included marijuana in this, why? These are natural herbs. Nobody has the right to tell you you can't have them. Nobody on this planet.